Hi everyone, this is Dr. Anamta Rizvi, your English Literature educator, faculty for UPSC English Literature optional subject. So today the lesson for the day is how to write perfect answers for UPSC exams. So we know that the biggest concern है कि कैसे अच्छे answers लिखना है कि आपको you can fetch good marks in your answers किस तरह से आपके चाहे वो GS पेपर हो optional subject हो how you can convince the examiner कि आपको content आता है आपको topic पता है so बहुत students कहते हैं मैम we know the content we know the topic हमें पता है कि क्या है knowledge है but हमें answer framing we need to learn that technique we are going to learn in this lesson. All right, so let's go ahead with this. Crack the code writing perfect answers for UPSC. About me, I'm Dr. Ananta Rizvi, and I did my PhD from the Department of English, Jamia Millia Islamia. I cracked JRF. I've written books on English literature, and now I'm here with all of you as an educator for UPSC optional subject English literature. Okay, so going ahead. So when we talk about this, सबसे पहले we are going to discuss the key points that we have to keep in mind while writing a good answer. Okay, so understand the question. The basic idea is कि पहले हमें question को समझना है कि हमारा question क्या demand कर रहा है. Is it asking to analyze? Is it asking to discuss, or is it asking to critically evaluate? Okay, these ideas, these are the key terms, key points जो हमें देखना है. अगर कोई डिस्कस होता है या क्रिटिकली एनालाइज या असेस होता है सो वी हैव टू हैव डिफरेंट आइडियाज. फॉर इंस्टेंस जब हम क्रिटिकली इवैल्यूएट करते हैं, क्रिटिकली इवैल्यूएशन में, एनालिसिस में, वी हैव टू गिव आवर ओन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू दैट हाउ वी आर understanding the question, what do we think about it. Discuss is more like developing a discourse in the answer, developing a discussion, giving important points and facts about the text. All right, so that is a discussion. Now once we have understood this, structure your answer based on what the question demands, and we have to go ahead with a good perfect structure. We will study this with example. I'll just finish with these 5 points which are important to write the answer, then we'll go ahead and see the examples of this. Now the first, once you're writing the answer, सबसे पहले हमको क्या चाहिए होता है? Introduction. Irrespective of कौन सा आपका पेपर है, GS है, हिस्ट्री है, ज्योग्राफी है, फिजिक्स है, इंग्लिश है, whatever. So introduction is the basic idea. Start with a brief introduction. कभी भी आप कोई भी आंसर आप अपने आर्ग्यूमेंट्स नहीं देने लगेंगे, आप अपने ऑब्जेक्टिव्स नहीं देने लगेंगे. यू हैव टू मेक अ फ्रेम, राइट? आपको फ्रेम बनाना है. सबसे पहले फ्रेम में आपका आएगा start with a brief introduction or context in which you are beginning to write an answer. Of course, we'll study that with an example, just stating it over here. Define key terms or give a historical or conceptual background related to the question. Now this is important कि हमें जब भी हम लोग करते हैं, हमें एक हिस्टोरिकल बैकग्राउंड बनाना होता है, स्पेशली फॉर स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ ह्यूमैनिटीज. अगर इंग्लिश लिटरेचर की बात करें, हिस्ट्री की बात करें, सो यू हैव टू मेक एन आंसर जहाँ पे आप you just maybe in 2 lines you are giving a good answer. In that manner आप introduction बना रहे हो. Now remember one thing, for UPSC exams you have certain word limit, 150 words, 250 words, or 300 words maximum. So you have to stick to the word limit. Do not think कि कोई बात नहीं 500 words लिख देंगे तो examiner को लगेगा बहुत आता है. Never do that. Stick by the words, because examiner को पता है कि 300 words में नहीं बोल पाए तो 500 words में भी नहीं बोल पाओगे. Okay, so this is a strategy that you must stick to the number of words that is given. Yes, of course, 3 to 5, 10 words is extra या थोड़ा कम हो सकता है, but not beyond that and not lesser than that. Now remember कि जब हम लोग इंट्रोडक्शन लिख रहे होते हैं तो डू नॉट थिंक कि आप 6 लाइन के इंट्रोडक्शन या 8 लाइन का इंट्रोडक्शन दे दें कि सारा जगह वहीं पे चला जाए. Make your introduction precise, concise, maybe 4 lines, and then you go ahead, jump to the basic argument that you have. How? We'll study that. So when we go ahead with this, so third point is ours. Now structure and clarity. Okay, this point is not for humanities students. आप कभी भी अपने writing में, especially English literature students, history students and sociology students, और ऑल द स्टूडेंट जो एक सब्जेक्टिव पेपर लिखते हैं, आप कभी भी बुलेट पॉइंट्स में नहीं लिखेंगे. सॉरी, जस्ट अ सेकेंड. यू विल नेवर राइट इट इन बुलेट पॉइंट्स. आप हमेशा पैराग्राफ में लिखेंगे. ओके, सो दिस इज बेसिकली फॉर दो स्टूडेंट्स जो कि थोड़ा सा ऑब्जेक्टिव है, साइंटिफिक है उनका पेपर, जैसे मैथ्स हो गया, फिजिक्स एंड ऑल दैट, यू कैन ऑफ कोर्स गो इन फॉर बुलेट. बट लिटरेचर पेपर, sociology and all those subjects, you cannot go ahead with bullet points. Remember, you have to give good short paragraphs. Never ever write 250 300 words in a long paragraph without any division of the paragraphs. बहुत important होता है, एग्जामिनर को पढ़ने में मजा आता है. इमेजिन बहुत सारे पेपर्स पढ़ने होते हैं, अगर आप एक पैराग्राफ में लिख देंगे, इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल टू रीड. सेकेंडली कोई कोहेरेंस नहीं बनता है, कोई बैलेंस व्यू नहीं आ पाता है, कंफ्यूजिंग आता है आपका आंसर, नो क्लैरिटी इज देयर. तो पैराग्राफ क्या करते हैं, जो डिविजन्स होते हैं ना, पैराग्राफ एक क्लैरिटी देता है, कोहेरेंस देता है, उससे आपका जो लॉजिकल आर्ग्यूमेंट होता है ना, वो और प्रोनाउंस्ड वे में आता है. सो रिमेंबर दैट मेंटेन अ लॉजिकल फ्लो, इंट्रोडक्शन, बॉडी एंड कंक्लूजन. फर्स्ट थिंग इज यस, यू हैव टू हैव पैराग्राफ. अब हम बात आते हैं कि इंट्रोडक्शन हमने दे दिया, अब हम आते हैं अपनी बॉडी पे. द मेन कंटेंट, द मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव, द मेन आर्ग्यूमेंट्स जो हमारा होता है. ओके, यू कैन से वॉट एवर आर्ग्यूमेंट्स हो गया, और आपका ऑब्जेक्टिव्स, वॉट एवर दैट यू हैव, you can go ahead, this is the same, and maximum 5 to 6 points of argument अगर आप दे रहे हैं, with strong good words, nice vocabulary, not jargons. बहुत ही high flowing academic vocabulary use करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Go with good vocabulary, simple language, of course grammatically correct, and in a manner जहाँ पे आप एक logical flow बन रहा है. Okay, we'll study that. अभी example पढ़ेंगे, so do not worry, I'll give you good examples. So remember कि आपका जो भी होगा 5 to 6 points में और arguments में बनाओ. And remember again, paragraph division is very important. Paragraph division जरूरी नहीं है कि पांच points के 5 paragraph हो. You can club 2 points in 1 paragraph, maintain a logical flow, और उस तरह से आप लिख रहे हैं. Third answer भी, fourth answer भी, and so on. Okay, so fourth point भी, and so on. All right. So maintain a very logical flow, introduction, body, and then comes your conclusion. Then comes your substantiate with example. This is where you can get extra marks. Okay, अगर आप इसमें, for instance, अगर मैं शेक्सपियर का, किंग लियर का जो भी मैं एग्जाम्पल लूंगी, इसमें you can add some quotes, you can add some valid scenes from the quotes, from the text. Of course, it will give you good marks. नहीं आता है तो मत करना, इट्स ओके. नहीं आता है तो कोई बात नहीं, जबरदस्ती जक्सटपोज करने की जरूरत नहीं, जबरदस्ती डालने की जरूरत नहीं, बिकॉज एग्जामिनर्स आर वेरी स्मार्ट, दे गेट टू नो कि स्टूडेंट क्या कहना चाह रहा है. ठीक है, सो डू नॉट थिंक कि चलो बस मैं कहीं से भी कुछ भी एक लाइन डाल दूं, फिट हो जाए. मेक श्योर जो फ्लो आपका आएगा वो तभी आएगा जब एफर्टलेस लगेगा और आपके आंसर से मैच करेगा. ओके, सो मेक श्योर दैट support your arguments with facts, examples, or quotes that are relevant to your answer. Use diagrams or flow charts if necessary. This is for again those students, humanities के लिए नहीं है, English literature में आप क्या diagram बनाओगे, sociology में क्या बनाओगे. So of course this is for other students. So do not always support your quotes, support your answer with quotes and examples from the text when it comes to literature, history, sociology, and so on. So now we are going ahead to the last point, and then we'll discuss the answer. Conclude effectively. Summarize the points briefly. आपके जब हो गया, आपने लिख लिया, either you can summarize the points or you can in a very logical, flowy manner come to the conclusion. Conclusion आपका abrupt नहीं लगना चाहिए, अलग नहीं लगना चाहिए. Conclusion आपका एक balanced कंक्लूजन जो होता है, जो आपके पूरे आंसर्स को एक सम अप करता है, कंक्लूड करता है, एंड इन्फॉर्म्स द एग्जामिनर दैट नाउ आई एम एंडिंग माय आंसर, दीज वर माय आर्गुमेंट्स, एंड मेक इट वेरी क्रिस्प, वेरी प्रिसाइज, एंड यस अकॉर्डिंग टू द आंसर, जो कि जाके आपको मैक्सिमम 3 लाइन्स, दैट्स ऑल. ओके, सो दिस इज आपका answer the question comprehensively. So this maintains a very balanced form of your answer. So हमारा introduction था 1, then comes your body, this was the basic thing, and then comes your conclusion. Very easily you will be able to form your answer in a very crisp manner, क्योंकि जब हमारे mind में clarity होती है कि हमें इस तरह answer frame करना है, trust me, वो लिख के भी thoughts भी वैसे ही lucid way में, clarity way में आएंगे. ठीक है. Now let us go ahead to how are we writing answers. So मैंने literature educator हूँ, so I took it from King Lear. जो शेक्सपियर का एक हमारा जो इंग्लिश लिटरेचर में शेक्सपियर का किंग लियर जो टेक्स्ट है, किंग लियर टेम्पेस्ट है, तो मैंने किंग लियर से 2 एग्जांपल्स लिए हैं। सो यूपीएससी 2022 में क्वेश्चन आया था, व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ हमार्शिया in Shakespeare's King Lear and how does it contribute to the tragedy of the play? We know King Lear is a tragic play. Macbeth, King Lear, Hamlet and Othello ये सब एक ही टाइम पे लिखा गया था। शेक्सपियर ने towards the end of his life लिखा था, like around 1601 से लिखना शुरू किया था। So this is हमार्शा के बारे में बात की। What is हमार्शा? हमार्शा means error in judgment, the fatal flaw। मतलब किंग लियर ने, हम सबको पता है किंग लियर की, जिसकी स्टोरी पता होगी, वी नो कि किंग लियर ने एक बहुत ही एरर किया था जजमेंट में। उसने अपनी बेटियों को असेस करने में, जज करने में बड़ी गलती की थी। नाउ दैट वाज द एरर इन जजमेंट, वही हमार्शा के बारे में पूछा जा रहा है। सो द क्वेश्चन टॉक्स अबाउट हाउ रॉन्ग द जजमेंट ऑफ किंग लियर वाज which resulted in the play to be a tragic one। ठीक है, ये हमारा यूपीएससी 2020 क्वेश्चन है। now let us go ahead and see आंसर क्या है। तो हमारा इसमें कीवर्ड क्या है? we know that the keyword is hamartia। what is the role of hamartia? so the error of judgment, that is the theme। हमने थीम पकड़ ली, हमने अपना कीवर्ड पकड़ लिया। now we are going ahead to talk about this। okay, so moving ahead to this, now we will begin our answer। I hope that one thing that everyone can see over here is that मैंने पैराग्राफ में लिखा है, 2 स्लाइड्स में आंसर है। I'll just first of all first show you how the answer, the slides look। okay, so consider this as a page of your answer। ठीक है, and over here look at this, that I have divided into 4 paragraphs। ये थोड़ा टाइपिंग में आया है तो कंसाइज आया है, आपका आंसर बड़ा आएगा, तो यू हैव मेक श्योर दैट यू आर राइटिंग इट इन और शॉर्टर पैराग्राफ। मैक्सिमम यू हैव मैक्सिमम 5 to 6 लाइन्स इन वन पैराग्राफ, दैट इज ऑल। ओके, 4 to 5 लाइन्स का आपका एक नॉर्मल पैराग्राफ होता है। So once we are clear with that, let's go ahead with how our answer is starting and how we are framing our entire argument। Okay, so the first point that we are making is hamartia, often described as a fatal flaw or error in judgment, plays a pivotal role in the tragedy of King Lear। Okay, we are starting it with simple idea कि हमार्शा क्या है जो आप बात कर रहे हो। fatal flaw, error in judgment। At its core, Lear's hamartia lies in his hubris and poor judgment। what is hubris? Arrogance, pride, excessive pride। okay, which sets the tragic event of the play into motion। now we have done with our introduction, ये हमारी 2 लाइन्स हो गई। फिर his decision to divide his kingdom among his daughters based on the professions of love is a misguided attempt to secure his legacy while retaining power। हम लोग बताएं इसका हमार्शिया था क्या, उसका फेटल जजमेंट क्या था, फेटल एरर क्या था। what was the error in judgment that he made? and that was that his decision to divide his kingdom among his daughters based on the professions of love is a misguided attempt to secure his legacy while retaining power। remember one more thing, every point that you make will have a key word। जहां से देख के आपका एग्जामिनर बोलेगा ओके दिस इज द कीवर्ड, वो अपने आप दिख जाएगा। जैसे यहाँ पर हमें मिसगाइडेड अटेम्प्ट। ओके, दिस इज द कीवर्ड दैट वी आर पिकिंग अप एंड वी आर मेकिंग an entire point with that। with every sentence that you frame in your mind, take a keyword and frame your answer, frame your sentence around that keyword। okay, so this act reflects his excessive pride। यहाँ पर हमारे क्या है, excessive pride keyword है, and inability to recognize genuine loyalty and love, especially in Cordelia's honest response। okay, so this is a very good introduction that we are making। now let us come to our argument, our point that we need to make। Lear's hamartia, जो उसका error in judgment है, Lear's hamartia blinds him to the true nature of Goneril and Regan। जिनको नहीं पता है, Goneril and Regan were the wicked daughters, बस एक ही अच्छी बेटी थी, Cordelia। okay, so just telling you। so Lear's hamartia blinds him to the true nature of Goneril and Regan, whose flattery conceals their ambition and deceit। okay, so this is the entire point, that they flatter their father so much that it conceals their ambition and deceit. This misjudgment, again we are coming to the idea of hamartia. अगर हम लोग को misjudgment पे ही focus करना है. So this misjudgment leads to his downfall as the daughters he trusts turn against him, stripping him of authority and dignity. His growing madness, we all know that towards the end of the play, King Lear goes mad. He's going mad even in the between the acts. His growing madness throughout the play can be seen as a psychological consequence of his hamartia. Can you see, we are again and again harping on the same word, bringing different points. कभी भी repeat मत करिएगा अपने points. Remember, bring in new element in every point that we are making. As he grapples, as he fights, as he combats, as he grapples with the realization of his errors and the betrayal that he has enabled. Okay, so this coming to the content. ये हमारा introduction था, हमारा content था. Moving ahead to the next slide. By the way, ये 250 words का है guys. ये जितना भी आंसर मैंने लिखे 250 वर्ड्स के ही है. द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ हमार्शिया. नाउ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द एंटायर किंग लियर. हमें किंग लियर से कैरेक्टर के बारे में बात नहीं कर रहे हैं. तो किंग लियर जो प्ले है उसमें एक और सब प्लॉट है जहाँ ग्लाउसेस्टर भी इन्वॉल्व है. ग्लाउसेस्टर एक और कैरेक्टर. नाउ विल टॉक अबाउट ग्लाउसेस्टर ऑल्सो बिकॉज इट इज अ ट्रेजेडी फॉर ग्लाउसेस्टर ऑल्सो. So the concept of hamartia extends to other characters as well. Gloucester's flaw, okay? Gloucester's flaw, his quickness to believe Edmund's lies. Now, he parallels Lear's inability to discern truth from deceit. Both characters suffer profoundly for their errors, underscoring the tragic consequences of flawed judgment. So can you see? Our entire answer is not telling any story. कोई summarize नहीं कर रहा है कोई scene. हमें बार बार हम हामार्शिया एरर ऑफ जजमेंट के अराउंड ही हमारा आंसर है. दिस इज हाउ इट इज. यू हैव टू फाइंड द की वर्ड इन योर क्वेश्चन and may frame your answer according to that. Conclusion: in King Lear, hamartia is not merely an individual failing but a broader commentary on human fallibility. It serves to illustrate how errors in judgment driven by ego or emotional blindness can unravel lives and disrupt the social and moral order, culminating in profound tragedy. This is how we are ending our answer. That is a simple conclusion that you're giving. So can you look at these lines, these words? Very simple answer, no difficult words, lucid answer है, एक logical argument बना रहे. This is all that you have to write as in your answer. Okay, this will give you all the good marks that you deserve, that you really are fighting for. So this is a very simple strategy in which you're writing. Let's discuss another important question, and that came in the year 2024, and the question was, how does Shakespeare complicate the sense of justice in King Lear? Okay, वहाँ पे था उसका array of judgment. So in a way थोड़ा सा सिमिलर ही है. अगर आप देखो वहाँ पे भी हामार्शिया एरर ऑफ जजमेंट के बारे में बात किया था, यहाँ पे भी सेंस ऑफ जस्टिस इन किंग लियर. सो इट इज टॉकिंग अबाउट द जस्टिस एस्पेक्ट. ओके, कि क्या जस्टिस था किंग लियर में या नहीं था. सो विल टॉक अबाउट दैट नाउ. सो गोइंग अहेड with the answer, again over here I have divided my answer into two, the first slide 2 distinct paragraphs, the second one also. Make sure that you have good paragraph writing. I'm emphasizing this because students paragraph writing nahi karte hain, and that is not really acceptable by the examiner. Okay, so talking about this now, Shakespeare, so let's look at the beginning. Shakespeare complicates the sense of justice in King Lear by presenting a world where moral order appears chaotic and the outcomes do not align with traditional notions of fairness. So basically what happens is that sense of justice is not there. Why? Because towards the end, the villains also die and the good people, that is Cordelia, she also dies. So sense of justice is very complicated in King Lear, and that is what the question is talking about. वही हम लोग सबसे पहले बोल रहे हैं that Shakespeare complicates the sense of justice in King Lear by presenting a world where moral order appears chaotic and the outcomes do not align with traditional notions of fairness. You are making a very strong introduction over here. So the play raises profound questions about divine justice, justice that we get from God. Where is the justice? Even Cordelia dies. Divine justice, Human accountability, there's no accountability. Regan or Gondrel जो कर रही है अपने मर्जी का कर रही है. Human accountability and the randomness of suffering, leaving the audience with a bleak and unsettling view of justice. So towards the end, we do not feel, very happy. Of course, it's a tragic play. Everyone dies. King Lear dies. Cordelia, the good people, they also die. Now this is the introduction that we are given. We are telling that, how injustice is not there, how the injustice is complicated, how the audience also feels that the injustice is not purely given. हमने अपने points बना लिए. Now we are coming to the basic argument, the content of the answer. Lear's initial decision to divide his kingdom based on flattery rather than merit sets the stage for injustice. Injustice आया कहाँ से? सबसे पहले हम बात कर रहे हैं कि सबसे पहले जो लेयर ने एक डिसीजन बनाया था कि मैं अपना किंगडम डिवाइड करूंगा on the basis of the profession of love that my daughters will be doing for me, I will do it. Now that is the first step towards the flattery, rather than that sets the stage for injustice. Now his disinheritance of Cordelia, the good daughter who says that I will not engage in such kind of frivolous activity wherein I will be telling you that how much I love you. So we are coming to that point. His disinheritance of Cordelia, the daughter who truly, genuinely loved him, reflects his flawed judgment and foreshadows the chaos to come. हम लोग बहुत लॉजिकल बात कर रहे हैं, हम लोग स्टेप बाय स्टेप क्रोनोलॉजिकली आ रहे हैं, बट वी आर नॉट टेलिंग द स्टोरी. हम लोग अपना पर्सपेक्टिव दे रहे हैं, ठीक है, आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. As the play unfolds, the virtuous characters such as Cordelia and Kent suffer deeply, while the deceitful Goneril, Regan, and Edmund initially thrive. This stark contrast disrupts the audience expectations of poetic justice, where good triumphs over evil. What is poetic justice? हमारी भाषा में लोग कर्मा बोलते हैं, ठीक है. So poetic justice is जहाँ पे कहते नहीं कि the goodness will always triumph evil, लेकिन यहाँ पे ऐसा नहीं होता है. So that makes it a very complicated play when it comes to justice. Okay. So now moving ahead to the next slide, जहाँ पे हम लोग और बात करेंगे and conclude करेंगे अपना answer. Now divine justice is portrayed ambiguously. Now we're talking about the divine justice. Why? Because don't we as humans depend on God when somebody does wrong, then like इसके साथ होगा बुरा, हम चाहे ना चाहे होगा बुरा. So divine justice portrayed ambiguously, unclear manner में. Gloucester's lament. Now Gloucester is another character. Remember उसके साथ भी same चीज हो रही है, उसका बेटे उसके साथ ये करे, किंग लेयर के साथ बेटियों ने ही किया था. So now Gloucester's lament as flies to wanton boys are we to the gods, they kill us for their sport. Now this is a very famous line from King Lear. If you have this while writing the answer, अगर वही मैं कहते हैं example दे दो, very impressive answer it forms. Okay, तो आपने ये answer लिखा, as flies to wanton boys are we to the gods, they kill us for their sport, suggests a capricious or indifferent divine power leaving humanity to navigate a world devoid of moral certainty. वो कह रहा है कि we human beings are just like a sport, like a game in the hands of God. He kills us for his own amusement, for his own entertainment. That is what Gloucester is saying in this line. अब ये Lear की suffering and eventual redemption comes too late, and Cordelia's tragic death further underscores the imbalance as the innocent are punished alongside the guilty. Okay, so this is why the sense of justice is so complicated in King Lear. Now हमने अपने points बना लिए. We're coming to the conclusion. Shakespeare complicates justice by showing its delayed and imperfect nature. The downfall of Goneril, Regan, and Edmund offers some resolution, but it comes at the cost of immense suffering and loss. Ultimately, King Lear portrays justice as elusive and incomplete, challenging the audience to confront the complexities of morality and the human condition. A very simple, good conclusion where you're concluding the answer. Guys, remember one thing. Things like ultimately, words like ultimately, consequently, finally, these words actually give a very strong idea कि आप अपना answer conclude कर रहे हैं. Again, just do not include these words just like that. Don't sprinkle it in your answer. अगर लग रहा है कि ज़रूरत है तो please, consequently, ultimately, finally, all these words. So now this was how an answer, a crisp, precise answer is to be written, especially when we talk about English literature. Okay, इसी तरह से आप अपने और सब्जेक्ट्स के आंसर दे सकते हैं। मैंने की पॉइंट्स आपको दे दिए हैं। प्रैक्टिस राइटिंग दीज आंसर्स। ये जो 2 क्वेश्चंस इनको दोबारा देखिए, जो भी मैं लिटरेचर स्टूडेंट्स, और इवन इफ यू आर नॉट, फॉर योर ओन प्रैक्टिस राइट अ गुड आंसर, टेक द पॉइंट्स फ्रॉम हियर। अपनी लैंग्वेज में आप आंसर्स लिखिए, practice it, read it many times and see that how you can improve the answer. Okay, so guys, with this let me tell you one more thing, that हम लोग का बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट जो कोर्स है 26 जनवरी की जो रिपब्लिक डे का हम लोग ये ला रहे हैं, एंड दैट इज ये 27 जनवरी तक वैलिड है गाइस। द कोर्स यू आर गेटिंग फॉर 12,999। आई विल बी योर मेंटर फॉर योर यूपीएससी इंग्लिश लिटरेचर। दिस इज हाउ आई टीच, यही मेरा पेडागोजी होगा पूरा द एंटायर कोर्स दैट यू हैव। सो किंग लियर, टेम्पेस्ट, जो भी हमारा प्लेस होंगे, जितने भी हमारा पोएम्स हैं, नॉवेल्स हैं, whatever it will be, everything will be discussed in a similar manner, jahan pe we will be going ahead with a similar pedagogy teaching you. Now guys, a very important aspect to this is that hum log ek bahut strong, ek bahut hi acha cheez laye, something that you will not find in any online education platform, and that is a mentorship program. What is a mentorship program? You might have heard a lot of teachers talking about it. So just let me explain it more about this. So ये जो कोर्स है हमारा, जिसमें मैं बात कर रही हूँ, तो गोल्ड हमारा कोर्स है। यहाँ पे यहाँ पे यू आर गेटिंग ऑल द फीचर्स। यहाँ पे आपको यू आर गेटिंग these features wherein you are getting 400 live lectures, doubt clearing sessions, recorded lectures, handwritten notes, current affairs, everything that you will be getting, of course, in the gold one, in the gold aspect. Now when we come to platinum mein, this is the point wherein you will be going ahead with a very important, and that is one-to-one mentorship program. What is mentorship program? The students who still have less idea about that, यहाँ पे आपको all the time 24/7 you are given guidance. Okay, so जितने भी students होंगे, आप anytime you might be studying. UPSC is the toughest exam in India. लोग रात भर जग के पढ़ते हैं. Even if you have a doubt at night, there will be mentors who will be available. Under my guidance, I will be there for you, all of you. So for instance, आपको कोई doubt आया, you contact your mentor. That mentor will take your problem, try to solve that problem, and then आगे जाके वो problem, वो concern मेरे पास भी आएगा, and I will be the one guiding all of you कि किस तरह से कर सकते हैं. ये आपका mentorship program होगा any time of the day. That is the most important thing. Any time of the day, the mentors are available to you, and they will be giving you complete guidance, all the help that you need in any aspect of your subject. Okay, so that is the one-to-one mentorship program. इसमें आपको test series मिलेगी, ज्ञान भंडार मिलेगा, and this is valid for 30 months. ज्ञान भंडार is all the notes, all the question paper, जितना भी आपके important text हैं, everything that is related for you to qualify your subject, you will be getting that. Okay, so guys, this is a very a course that has not been launched so far, because 24/7 support to the students from the mentors, ये बहुत unique exclusive element है जो कि Study IQ ने डाला है, especially for the UPSC civil servants जो aspire कर रहे civil servants बनने के लिए. So this course is for them. So I'll help all of you also to see कि किस तरह से website पे जाना है. So if anyone has any concern with that, हम लोग बात करते हैं इसके बारे में, right? So let's go ahead. So अगर हम देखें, if you go ahead with this, आपने लिखा study IQ over here, you talk about this, आपने just write studyiq.com पे आएगा, आपका study IQ का पेज खुल जाएगा, ठीक है. So over here you are getting, this page is up there. आपको सबसे पहले यहाँ पे over here you're going ahead with UPSC optional live, इस पे आपने क्लिक किया, explore courses पे, okay, and then you are getting this page, okay, नीचे गए and you are seeing over, यहाँ पे आप देख रहे हो कि my batch is here, English Literature optional batch is there. Just open this page, go ahead and look at this. Over here you are getting the valid till 27 Jan. Okay, the prices will increase after 27 Jan. Buy now पे click करके you use my code AR live. मैं लिख देती हूँ यहाँ पे for students who do not know. My code is AR live. Okay, this is my code. You can use this code, avail the discount, and get the entire course for a very slash price and get all the benefits that are there. Okay, so sorry. So over here, you can see that the course content, everything is given here. The features of the platinum course, सब आपको दिया गया है यहाँ पे. About me, if you have any confusion, you can reach out to me, the team, and ask, clarify any doubt. So guys, with this, I'm ending with my lecture. I hope this lesson was useful for all of you, and for any other further guidance, please contact us and we'll help you out in any which manner that you need. Thank you, everyone.